is lost. In Austin, I saw pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice. Then it's his to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal shit and lids, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, ready from ear to ear. Craving and rating and grain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, in paradise. We know I've heard this. In paradise, in paradise. We know what our worth is. In paradise, in paradise. We manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark. We will be going. I know a lot of people think that we're a podcast, but we're really not. We're a live stream. Like I tell them, it's kind of like being on radio, but you get to see my face. So that's the difference, that we are live every day, which is why you have some of the issues that we have, because that's what happens when you go live versus podcasts are just perfect. There's no mess ups, and you can't laugh at me, which I know a lot of you enjoy doing. And what the hell, I laugh at myself all the time. So today we've got some good stuff going. We're going to be talking about Tom Brady and him retiring. And of course, you know, pretty much you guys all know that already, I would assume, through a social media or listening to whatever your sports radio things that you listen to on the way to work in the morning. So I'm sure you all already know that Tom Brady has retired. So that being said, we've got some good things to talk about. We're going to talk about the Thunder clearly because we have a game tonight, and of course we will be discussing, or I'll be discussing that tonight on After the Storm, my Thunder post game analysis show, that we break down the Thunder, what they did per quarter, who they had in the game, what are the significant minutes, significant points in the game. So we do a real breakdown, tell you the good and the bad, because my job is to educate you, for you guys to become more knowledgeable about the Thunder and about basketball, because I believe that the more knowledgeable you are, the more you're going to want to support, the more you're going to want to attend, the more you're going to want to watch the Thunder and see the Thunder improve, because compared to where we were last year, compared to where we are this year, and one thing that I'm going to be doing is putting up the Western Conference standings, where we are right now. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about my guy Jose Fierro just texted me. Yes, we're going to talk about Sean Payton as well. Okay, Jose, the Broncos finally signed him. Yes, we will be talking about Sean Payton and the Broncos and what that meant for them. I think it's 8.5. I believe is their over under for wins now that Sean is the coach there. So we will be discussing that today, Jose. So go Broncos, of course. I mean, that's my boy. Dude, you know you can text me at 405-531-8300. That way your deal will pop up here on Skype. So you can do that as well, Jose. Just FYI, if you want to do that. You are a mess, man. But anyway, if you do have questions, you can just pop up on my Skype. Where is that at? Here it is. You got a question, you can pop up, or a comment, 405-551-8300 if you have any questions, or if you want to pop up now. Put your name after the text so I know it's you, or if you just want to text, that's fine. It'll pop up. I'll be able to see and answer questions if you have any. And of course, we'll be doing those tonight. And then I think we'll be coming to you from the boot as soon as it warms up. I talked to my guy, Chad Corey, about coming over there and doing a Thunder post-game show there. So I talked to him about that. So we may be doing some of the away games there if we can get it set up without music and stuff like that. So, because we normally do that at Cats. On Mondays when the Thunders have Monday road games, we set up at Cat's Tavern and do our live remotes there, which has turned out pretty well. We've got a pretty good following there, Cats. People listening to it and loving what we're breaking down the Thunder. So that being said, anyway, like I said, tonight is the Thunder game. we have we're playing the Rockets, which the Rockets are 12-38 at the bottom, of course, of the Western Conference, fighting. Who's at the bottom of the East? I forget who's the bottom of the East. They're fighting the Pistons. The Rockets are 12-38, and the Pistons are 13-39. Of course, both teams are fighting to get Benwanyama. So we'll see who finally wins that battle. But anyway, the Thunder tonight are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is 232. And I do believe our guy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com, he'll be coming on at some point, I believe, to talk about his team and who he took. And I do believe Drew took the Rockets. If I can remember correctly, I believe that's who Drew took tonight. So hopefully we'll be seeing Drew here pretty quickly. So we'll see how that works. Watching my boy Drew Hinthorn whenever he pops on the show tonight. So anyway, the keys to the game tonight are really simple, of course. The Thunder got to bounce back after the loss the other night to Golden State. I do believe that we can, and we'll talk about that as well. And, of course, if you listen to the show Tuesday, we broke it down. If you did not see my show after the storm, I broke it down again I guess it was yesterday morning on this show right here. So the Thunder keys to the game tonight are really simple. Get off to a good start, which we did not do against Golden State. Got down 18. We're down 21 in second quarter and followed all the way back to get within 2 in the fourth quarter. Shea Gillis, of course, gets a shot blocked. They go down. Poole hits a 3. We come down. We're down 3. Josh Giddey, we get a turnover. Josh Giddey misses a layup. They go down. Steph Curry hits a 3 to put them up by 6, and that kind of was the thing. So anyway, Thunder, we have to get off to a good start, which is my key. Every time I do a key to the Thunder games, get off to a good start. Play within ourselves, which means because it's Houston, don't get it out. Just stay within our game plan. Turn the ball over. Not our ball, but turn the team over. Have them get turnovers. Get out in transition, because we always talk about transition baskets leads to flow of the game. Flow of the game leads to us knocking down threes. Take care of the basketball. We got way too careless. We had way too many turnovers. We cannot turn the ball over that many times against a good team, and I've harped on that about the Thunder. And then most of all, I think the most important thing, or the second most important thing, is do not play down to their level. Do not look at them as a 12-38 team, because if you do, you're going to let them get some confidence. They can get a chance to get into a flow, and it's going to be really, really tough to win the game. So to me, those are very key for the Thunder tonight, that it's just so important that we do that. We have to get off to a good start. You cannot allow Houston to think they can play with you. And, of course, Jabari Smith, who we did not draft, is pretty pissed off, I think, still at us. So I'm sure he's going to try to be a big showing tonight. Anyway, here's the NBA West standings, and we're going to do this every day. Or we're going to talk about whenever the Thunder play, we're going to pop this up. And you can see right now the Nuggets on top 35-15. The Grizzlies are second at 32-18. And the Kings, which I like, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com, thinks that they will fall after the All-Star break. He thinks that their bubble will burst and they will come down to reality. Then, of course, you got the Clippers at number 4 at 29-25. And then after that, 5 through 13. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Warriors with 26 wins. The Mavericks with 27 wins. The Suns with 27 wins. The T-Wolves with 27 wins. The Jazz with 26 wins. Pelicans 26. Thunder 24. Blazers 24. And Lakers 24. I mean, look at that. 2 games or 3 games in the win column. And of course, 2 games in the lose column. For the Thunder, when you look at the Thunder, we're 2 games out of 5th place. That's how good the Thunder are playing. We're 11th in the conference right now, but we could easily be 5th in the conference right now. We beat the Warriors the other night with 25 and 25. But instead, we're 25 and 26. But you can just look and see where we would be right there. If we won the game the other night, we would be ranked. What would that be? We would be ninth. Is where we would be. So you got to look at that and you got to think, man, the Thunder have such an opportunity. It's right there in front of them. But do we have enough talent to get us over the hump? I don't know if we do. But if the way it stands right now, the Blazers and the Lakers would be the play-in game. And the Thunder, I don't know if we'd want to go see the Nuggets. No, actually, we'd go see the Grizzlies. I don't mind us playing the Grizzlies. That's who we would play right now if we had a chance. But the Pelicans, I believe, will come down to earth a little bit now that Zion is hurt. So that gives the Thunder a great opportunity to slide up in there and make a difference and make a run. So for those of you who are thinking about going to the games and wondering about the Thunder, I mean, look at that. That is a great showing right there of where the Thunder are, how close we are to being in the playoffs, how close we are to actually being able to get past the first round. I mean, you move up, and if the Thunder move up, I mean, I'd like to see us against the Mavs. I don't necessarily like to see us against the Suns, Drew Wood, but I mean, I like the Thunder's chances when you look at that. I like us against the Kings. I don't necessarily like us against the Clippers, though, but I like us against the Kings if we move up, and I like us against the Mavs depending on what the Warriors do. So that being said, that kind of gives you an update to what the standings are and to where we are as a team. So when I look at that, I'm thinking, man, boy, we've got a great opportunity here in Oklahoma City to really, really do something. But I still believe we are a couple of players away. And remember, Poku is hurt. So is Jeremiah Robinson Earl. He's hurt. And Lucas Dort is hurt right now, too. So that being said, we've got a nice little nucleus, but I do believe we're a shooter and some sort of inside presence. We need more of a bigger inside presence there to match up with the teams that we have to deal with that are more predominantly big inside. That's my issues with that. We need to get rid of a couple of our 6'8 guys, get a couple 6'10 guys who are athletic, who can do the same thing that the 6'8 guys can do. But the fact is they can clog the middle and they can block shots. So that's kind of my take on where we are. Now, in NFL news, to make my guy Jose Fierro happy, let's go ahead and talk about it. We'll talk about the Broncos hire Sean Payton. Okay, I even said that before Tom Brady. So, Jose Fierro, I hope you're happy. But when I look at this right now, Tom Brady retired. Finally, it was about time that Tom went ahead and retired. I had talked to Drew Henthorn of High School Drew Picks. He thought that he was going to go to Las Vegas. And I was like, man, and people were talking about going to San Francisco. And I'm like, man, that just doesn't seem like something you do if you're a family man and you're close to your kids. And Ben Dillman of High Stick Harry was making the comment that, well, he's gone all the time, but it's different when you're there. Because during the week, you're not busy every night. Now, is he studying on long days during the season? Yes. But at least he's there. He can go in, he can kiss him goodnight. He can see him, he can talk to him. He can spend some weekends with them. If they have home games, they can come watch him play. If he's in Las Vegas or if he's there, that's a long time during the school year. So that's why I was like, I just don't see him doing that. He doesn't seem like one of those dads who doesn't care and who would leave their child or children in a heartbeat and put their career, even though he did put their career last year. Because I believe if he would have went ahead and stayed with his retirement, which I bet you he probably wishes he had, he would probably still be married today. But clearly they both have moved on, her with her boyfriend who is her whatever instructor, and him with the little hottie that he's with. So, but anyway, Tom Brady retires. Glad he's gone. And then he came out fully there, fully healthy, not any brain, wasn't forced out, kind of like the same way Elway did. Just walked away, and I appreciate that. The way he did that. Broncos hiring Sean Payton. The over/under, I believe, was 8.5 wins. Now they had 5 last year, this past year, or this year, and 3 of them they lost in overtime, and like another 3 or 4 were one-score games. So, do I think Sean is worth 3 of those 5 games to get him to 10? Maybe, but you got the Chiefs twice. You got the Chargers twice, and you have the Raiders twice. So you got to figure, at best, if you can do best, you can split all of those. Now, whether you can beat Kansas City twice, we shall see. Patrick Mahomes tends to have their number, so we shall see how that works. But I'm going to give Sean Payton the benefit of the doubt. I think he splits. He loses at least to one team twice, and I'm going to take that's the Chiefs. But they split with the other 2. So that's kind of how I'm going to look at that. They split with the Chargers, and they split with the Raiders. So that's 2 wins right there within the division. And then they're going to be playing the Bears. So they should be able to beat the North, so of the NFC North. So they should be able to beat them. And you would think they play the AFC South, I believe is who they have this year. So if they have that, I mean, I see him easily getting 7, 8 wins out of that. So I see them easily going, I would take the over at 8.5. I would take the over at 8.5 as far as Sean Payton. I think that's a great hire. We shall see if we get my guy Drew on and my guy Ben on, and we'll talk more about that and what they think it should be and what the over and under will be when it comes to that, because I'd like to get both of them pretty knowledgeable when it comes to football. So I'd like to get both of theirs opinion. As far as sponsors go, I want to thank Collaborative Logic for them always being having my back, making sure that we're up and running. We do have those days where things don't happen, but for the most part, whenever stuff goes wrong, those guys are right there with me, getting everything done. And I appreciate everything that Russell Williford and those guys do. So if you have any computer needs, or if you have any needs for any software written that can make your office run smoother, more efficient, they're perfect for that. Also, if you need a website designed, or if you need quotes like my guy Drew Henthorne for his roofing business. If you need some quotes done where people can go online, put in their space, how much roofage they have, square footage, all that, boom, and get a quote from them. That stuff is just easily fantastic. If you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, my guy Mark Long, he's perfect for that. They love being behind the scenes. You building a building, or you're building some sort of park, or you're building anything, they can make sure that everything is running smoothly. Or if you have a house and you need some surveying and stuff done, or if you need some some stuff for your runoff, they perfect for that. Jose Fierro, if you have any needs for any rocks or dirt to be moved, he is the man at Oak Grove Trucking, which, of course, Mr. Broncos. Yes, go Broncos. You happy now, Jose? I said go Broncos. Are you happy now? Leave me alone. Of course, Greg and Max Nafee and Nafco always having my back in everything that I do, as well as YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC. If you have any needs for commercial or personal loans, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. If you have any needs for that. Now, of course, you can go in and see Nathan Taylor or Joe Horn or Carson Wright, and they prefer to do it because they are a personal bank. They prefer to come in and meet you and talk to you, get to know you on a personal level. That's how they do it, and they prefer that you come in and see those guys personally. But also, if you need to do it and it's more easier for you to pre-qualify online, then they're more than happy for you to do it that way as well. I'm talking to my guy Nathan Taylor last week when we were at YNB doing our show. That's what he had said. Either way is good for them. So now remember, the Super Bowl is coming up. I'm excited about the Super Bowl. I don't. The odds are just changing left and right. But still, I think it's the move towards the Eagles right now. As soon as my guy Drew Henthorn comes on, he'll be able to tell us uh, more about that. But anyway, Chiefs Eagles 5:30 Sunday, February 12th. Of course, Scottsdale and Drew and I talked about what crazy time that's going to be because the Waste Management also open is that weekend. One of the most craziest, funnest golf weekends for golfers on the PGA Tour yearly, and it's doing the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl is in Scottsdale, or in Phoenix, in Glendale actually, but still Phoenix, Scottsdale, that's Glendale, it's all right there, it's all relative, it's all Phoenix. So it's kind of like Oklahoma City versus Norman versus Edmond, whatever. You're still a different city, but it's still kind of all a part of OKC. So anyway, the Eagles have now taken it because of all the injuries, but we shall see. People not. I mean, I'm not going to pick against Patrick Mahomes. I'm just not. I'm just not. I learned my lesson on that, so I'm not going to pick against him if he's healthy. If Travis Kelsey is healthy, we shall see. Plus, I don't believe Jalen Hurts is all that healthy. That's just me. I see we're joined by my guy, Drew Henthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. What's up, brother?
What's up, baby?
Hey, man. Just
Bedlam. It's Bedlam.
Hey, it is. We haven't got that far yet, but we're just talking about the Chiefs. It was a pick 'em. Now the Eagles are favored, aren't they?
Eagles always been favored. They started out at 2.5, and now it's down to like 1.5. I think it'll end up being picked at game time.
A pick 'em. Yeah, because I looked at something that had to pick 'em and over and under at 49. I think 49 is low, don't you?
When it first came out Sunday night, it was Eagles -2.5, and I bought it up to 3 and took the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to beat them. If Mahomes is healthy, which I think he is, Travis is not hurt, I think they score a bunch of points. I don't think.
Well, they'll get Juju back, and they're going to get their receivers back too. They basically play with a bunch of scrubs on Sunday.
Yeah, which makes what he did even more crazy that he could do what he did on that. So, but anyway, we talked a little bit. I want to get your opinion on Tom Brady retiring. And
that's surprising as much as kind of really surprised me today. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. With all the chatter about going to the Niners, I was really kind of surprised that he retired.
Yeah, well,
I think he should have. I thought Dallas made him look old, and I think he saw the writing on the wall.
Now wait a minute.
No reason to get hurt.
That reminds me, what was the name of your party, the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Tom Brady retirement party. That's what it ended up. That was it. Put his ass into retirement.
You cracked me up with that, brother. I saw that. I was like, this boy, something's wrong with him. Something is wrong with my boy Drew. And then he retired. I just kind of laughed. I was like, of course he did. It was funny. What do you think about Sean Payton? To the Broncos.
Another surprise. I don't know. I guess not that big a surprise. I mean, that's a good job. It's not like the Broncos is a bad job. I mean, he's got a good quarterback. They got a good defense. I mean, they just need a few tweaks, and they should be fine.
Yep. I agree 100%.
Makes that division competitive, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, they said that over and under is 8.5 now, and I said, well, I think he'll split. He's not gonna go split all three teams. I think the Chiefs will beat him twice, but I think he'll split with the Raiders, if not beat them twice.
Well, it really just kind of depends what the rest of that Raiders aren't going to be that good next year. I think they're going to struggle. So. Just kind of, I haven't seen their non-con schedule.
Well, I think they play I think they play the easiest schedule because I think they have the NFC North, and the AFC South.
NFC North, AFC South,
which is the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears,
Lions. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty tough.
You got to figure they're going to. There's no way the Vikings are going to do what they did. The Vikings are not good. They're going to be the Vikings.
The Packers aren't going to have Aaron Rodgers most likely.
Doesn't look like it. And
so
then,
now what is that? So now what do you think? Do you think Aaron Rodgers goes to San Francisco?
He said that they're not going to go there, but I think he's going to the Jets because he made the comment about how much fun he had with Nathaniel Hackett, blah, blah, blah. I think that's his plan. But why the hell would you go to the Jets? Great defense. They'll get their running back back. Was it Mosier? They'll get him back. So I think that's not a bad job for him. But they're not going to trade him to the Niners. No way.
Right.
I mean, would you trade him in your own conference?
Well, he's from the Bay Area.
Yeah, but Drew, would you trade him to your own conference? Or you're not trading him to your arch rivals. Because if he goes to San Francisco, I don't think nobody beats them. I don't think the Chiefs can beat them with Aaron Rodgers, all their weapons, and that defense. I don't even think the Chiefs can beat them. So, yeah, I don't see him going there. So I do believe that he will probably stay. Now, with Tom Brady return, why would you want to leave Green Bay? You got your nice receivers. They're young, and they were coming back. Then you've got a nice running back. You've got a very good defense. Why would you leave? You own the Bears.
Yeah,
you own the Lions.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Drew,
they just need to put some pieces around him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got some pieces. His wide receivers weren't bad. They came on at the end of the year, Drew. And you got Jones as your running back. So, I mean, he's going to be okay. I just think he's just Aaron Rodgers. He's just so Brett Favre-ish. That's what I'm going to call him. He's Brett Favre-ish. The way that he acts, I just don't like it, man. I really, really don't like it at all, what he's doing. So, but anyway, yeah, appreciate that, brother. I was wondering where I left them. Appreciate that.
Yeah, they're here. I've got Rocky in the car with me. We just went to the vet. Cost me half a stack to take ear infections.
Oh my God! I just did that with Ace, dude. I was like, "What? How much?" Then you got to buy the medicine. But then I went to Walmart to buy him that ear stuff that you put in there that cleans his ears, and I put those on. So that's helped. But yeah, that bill I got for him, I just got him to. I'm like, how much? But anyway, let's talk.
$400 for a vet visit for ear infection.
Oh yeah.
Checkup.
Oh yeah. Now, Big 12 scores last night, Drew. You was on fire. You got KU, of course. We knew they were going to take care of business after Kansas State did that to them, 90 to 87. Yeah. And then, of course, West Virginia gave TCU all day. That West Virginia team, it's crazy.
And I thought that'd be a physical basketball game, and it was close, and TCU pulled it out.
Yeah, they did. It was really, really close. And then, of course, in the Big 12 schedule this week, man, I tell you what, tonight, OSU versus OU. And then,
I'm really surprised that the line is at more than 3. I expected the line to be 6. I would have put it at 5.5 or 6 with OU. I just think that home court down there, that's what it's worth to them, especially in this rivalry. I bought it down to 3 and took the Sooners, but I don't like the spot for Oklahoma State. OU coming off a big win with some momentum. I bet OU probably plays pretty well tonight.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody thinks they're not going to shoot the ball like they did. They're going to go back to their old team. They're not going to go back to the team that we saw against Alabama. I think that's what
I think it's going to be a good game. And the Cowboy in me hopes OSU pulls it out. But on the gambling side of it, I like the Sooners tonight, -3.
Yeah, and I talked to my guy. I mean, I saw a deal. Tommy Tubbs had posted a picture of Eddie Sutton and Billy Tubbs. And as crazy as I would have had a chance to play for both of them. Because if I'd have transferred to Arkansas like he wanted me to after our original coach left, I'd have been in Arkansas playing for Eddie. Or
you had Killingsworth and then Hanson?
Yes. And then right after Killer left, that's when Coach Sutton had came to my parents' house and convinced them while I was in L.A. Because remember, you didn't have cell phones back then, and I was on the beach, and Venice Beach reading the L.A. Times, and there was a thing and it says, Oklahoma State coach Jim Killingsworth. Huh?
You're back with Morse code, right?
No, bro. I had to call. I had to call collect, long distance collect. Yeah, that was not cheap. That was not cheap to do. So that's when I found out. My mom goes, "Oh, this nice man, Coach Sutton, came to the house. He is so very nice. And when you get back, I think you're going to transfer to Arkansas next year." I was like, "What?" He came in and sold my parents while I was out of town, man. That's
I like the
hilarious.
way that she was just making your decisions for you.
Well, that's how
You're
it
just
worked
going
back.
to transfer.
That's how that worked back. Hey, Drew, that's how that worked back in the day. You didn't really, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
how it works right now.
You know what I'm saying? Mom and dad are like, no, this is what you're doing, and that's kind of the end of that. So yeah, there was no, yeah. My dad picked Oklahoma State because him being mad at John Underwood and Les Furtick, and which is still the funniest thing ever. So. But anyway, what that is? Okay, so then let's talk about your picks for tonight. You've got the Jazz -3, Timberwolves
Yeah,
+2.5. Though Jazz -3.
yeah, I like Jazz tonight. That's again, I very rarely gamble against Utah when they're playing at home. Tonight they're playing the Raptors. Raptors having to travel back across country, play the Jazz. I'll take the Jazz to play in that short number at home.
Yeah. Then you have the T Wolves +2.5.
Yeah. So again, T-Wolves are a good matchup with the Warriors. That's a short number, so you would think that the Warriors would be favored by more, or even favored at all. And I like the T-Wolves there in that spot, catching the Warriors on a road trip. Should be an entertaining basketball game. Might be one of the better games of the night.
Now in college, man, we got a full slate tonight. You taking the Bulldogs, the Georgia Bulldogs +12.
Lot of points there in that game. I waffled back and forth on that game, but it just seems like a lot. I'm not just real sure. I'm not sold on Auburn on how good they are, and that's an inner rivalry game, big rivalry game for Georgia and Georgia kind of sitting on the bubble for the tournament right now in the SEC, and their performance last week in the SEC Big 12 Challenge did not help them. So that's a big spot for them. I look for them to play energized, at least keep it close. I think 12 is too many.
Yeah. Then you have OU, of course. We talked about the Bedlam tonight.
Yeah.
Then we have Villanova +7.5.
Another line where to me, that's a lot of points, and that's not giving Villanova any respect.
None.
Marquette, they're not a world beater.
Says Marquette that good that they're gonna give them? That's a lot.
Yeah, to me it seems like way too many. I almost thought about sprinkling a little on the money line.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I saw that. I'm like, wow. Florida +6.
Yeah, Florida +6. That's another rivalry game. I guess we got rivalry week in the SEC. Tennessee coming in #2. That place should be jumping.
Oh, it's gonna be
Florida
rocking.
coming off. Yeah, Florida coming off a loss in that at Kansas State. So to me, that's a tricky line. You would think it would be more after just getting blown out at Kansas State, but I look for that place to be jumping tonight. Let's see what happens when Tennessee goes on the road and has to win a road game.
I'm gonna tell you what, it's nothing like coming home after you've lost a game and you're embarrassed, and you get to come home and your fans are there, bro. And there's nothing like that. They're going crazy and they're rocking it. So anyway, Creighton -13.
Yeah, Creighton's on a roll right now. They're playing pretty well. They kind of got healed up. Watch out for them to make a run here late in the season and at that Big East title. I know I got a little home love for Creighton, but Georgetown's absolutely horrendous. They've won one game. So.
Then, of course, to round it off, you've got Purdue -10.
Yeah, Purdue is a juggernaut right now. They're going to be a hard matchup for Penn State to come in. That's an early start on the Big Ten Network. Penn State doesn't have anybody to match up with Edie, and I look for them to play well tonight.
Yeah, and you loved your big boy from Purdue too. You think he'd be great in the Thunder?
I do. He's tough, man. If you don't have somebody with some size, he's got that little drop step jump hook, and he can just pencil him in for 25.
Yeah, he does. Well, I don't know if you can pencil him in for 25 in the league, but I think you can give him quite a bit.
Well, no, we're not in the NBA,
Yeah,
but I'm saying night in, night out in the Big Ten, he's going to get you 20 to 25.
and he's going to be a stopper inside, which is what I like. He
Yep.
can be a force.
And he's
in the paint.
he's a big 7'3". He's not a skinny 7'3".
No,
he is a big 7'3".
He is. He's filled out. Let's say that. That's a good way to put it. He has filled out. Now, Drew, I tell you what. Now, what I did do, Drew, though, I did.
And I will give you one that I don't think I sent to you because I was waiting to see what it was. So Carolina is 8.5 and 147 tonight. Take the over the 147, and I would not play the 8.5 with Carolina because they will be turning the page. Looking forward to Duke. Yeah, Duke did it last night. Carolina will do it tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Then now, what I did, Drew, is I did the NBA standings, the NBA West standings, and 5 to 14 or 5 to 13. The Warriors have 26 wins. The Lakers have 24. That's what separates that group. The Warriors are 26 and 24. The Mavericks are number 6 at 27 and 25. Suns are 27 and 25. The T-Wolves are 27-26. The Jazz are 26-26 at 9. Number 10 is the Pelicans at 26-26. And the Thunder are 11 at 24-26. The Blazers are 24-26. And the Lakers are 24-28.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It's all bunched up, isn't it?
Well, because if it played right now, you'd have the Lakers and the Trailblazers playing doing the play-in game, and then you'd have the Thunder against the Grizzlies, which I like. We played them tough, so I like them or I like the Kings. But you think the Kings are not going to be in the number 3 spot simply because
I just can't believe in the Kings yet. Maybe they'll prove me wrong, but I look for Clippers probably to move up. Probably take over that 3rd spot.
Right, they're 29 and 25.
Have a battle there. Yeah, you'll have a battle there at the top of the rest of the time out between Denver and Memphis, and I look for Golden State to make a move.
Yep.
And Dallas too. I'd probably say your 4 or 5 is going to come down between the Clippers and the Mavericks, and then
Warriors are going to be 3.
I tell you what. Yeah, and then you got Phoenix, Minnesota, Utah, all in there fighting for that 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
It's going to be tough for the Lakers to get in there if they're going to have to do something.
Well, I think that right now the Pelicans, I believe, without the big boy, I think they're going to fade a little bit. So you might be able to. You might see
the Lakers and the Thunder in that play-in game.
Yeah, you could, but I think that the Pelicans are going to fade. I think it's going to be they're going to be switched. I think the Thunder get everybody back healthy for the second run. They can move up and be because I believe if they play the Kings, they got a chance. I don't know about the Clippers, but the Warriors no. But the Mavericks, we play the Mavericks tough. We play the Kings tough. And we play the Grizzlies tough. We don't match up against the Nuggets. We don't match up against the Warriors. The Clippers are so-so, but we match up against everybody else. We don't match up against the Suns.
They don't match up against the Lakers.
Or the Lakers. But I'm just saying, for those other ones though, we match up really well with that other group. So we've got a good chance, and our second half schedule is not that tough towards the end, or towards the middle. So we got a nice little chance to make a little run right there in the middle. But we shall see.
Well, if the Lakers can stay healthy, if AD can stay healthy, they'll be fine. They'll make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
If he gets injured again, misses another 10, 12 games, they're not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, with the pickup with the Asian Jordan, I tell you, that's helped them out quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? That really has helped the Lakers out quite a bit. So that's kind of what I was saying.
And now they're 2 games out of the playoffs. Yeah.
No, but right now the Lakers and the T-Wolves will do the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
And the Thunder would be in the 11. They're sitting at 11, but I believe the Pelicans are going to fade. That's what I think. And I don't know how about the Jazz, how they're going to keep up. So I think the Thunder have a good chance of sliding in there. The Lakers, as long as if the Lakers stay healthy, not the Lakers, if AD stays healthy.
Yeah, it's
that's
AD.
what matters. If AD stays healthy.
He's averaging 26 points a game this year when he's healthy. I mean, he just can't stay on the floor. I mean, even last night he got banged up.
Yeah, when he started limping there for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like he's injury prone and just, I don't know what it is.
It's like, you know what? I don't know who's worse, who's more snake bitten, him or Kyle Shanahan with his quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly.
God dang, man. He cannot keep a quarterback healthy to save. I mean, they just can't.
Well, you know, now what do you do if you're San Fran? I mean, Purdy's having an UCL surgery, so who knows if he's going to be back next year. He could be out the whole year. They're saying 6 to 7 months. So he may not be ready to go. So Trey Lance again, I guess that's what they'll fall back to.
Yeah, Trey Lance, and then try to find a backup. Yeah. I mean, your other option is Jimmy Garoppolo, and I don't see them signing him to a long-term deal. Clearly, he's not what they're looking for.
Garoppolo's going to be there. I don't think he'll be there next year.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Very easily, end up.
I think he should go to the Jets
or Vegas.
Yep, Vegas and Jets, because he's free to go wherever he wants. It's not like he's tied down.
He likes the erotic dancers, so he might be out in Vegas.
I think he's learned his lesson, Drew. I think he's learned his lessons on that, my brother. I would hope so anyway. I hope he learned his lesson, don't you really?
He's a good-looking man, you know.
He is.
He can do what he wants.
How about him being on the front row of the Warriors game and all the Warrior cheerleaders or prom girls came by and gave him some love, and his boys just sitting back just shaking their head like it's just ridiculous. But you know what? There's a reason why he stayed single so long too. So you know he's just not ready to do it. Tom Brady did the same way until he met Giselle, that Brazilian. You know.
So does Brady go directly to the booth and take old boy's spot?
$17 million is what they offered him at Fox, and he's gonna be. But dude, wow. I do not like what's his name?
Greg Olsen. I'm ready to I can't stand that guy. He was a bad luck charm for the Cowboys.
Well, to me, Drew, he's a homer.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, terrible. Your job is to be. I mean, you know, but he's only a homer with like the San Francisco. Against Dallas, it was terrible. Then against the Eagles, it was terrible. I'm like, dude, what are you? You're supposed to be, you know. But, you know, I think he played with McCaffrey.
I can't believe that Fox put him as their number one guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that just tells me they don't have anybody.
That's what that says. Well, I mean, who else you going to get?
Yep.
Troy is with NBC. Tony's with CBS. So who are you gonna get?
Yeah. So now you got Brady, and he'll be their number one.
We hope. Well, we don't know if Brady can do it. We got to find out if he can do it first.
I bet he can.
I bet he can too.
I'm listening to him on that deal that he has on what is it? Let's Go on Fox Radio, and he's good. He's good on that. So and he's gonna be a color guy. He's not gonna be a play-by-play.
Right, he's the color guy. Yeah, just like Greg Olsen, he's the color guy.
Yep. Yeah, he's terrible.
Dude, I just don't like him at all. I'm like, dude, that game we were sitting there when we were there. I was like, dude, you're garbage. I'm a color guy. Even I did the OSU game back in the day. I still was. I mean, I'm OSU, but I'm honest. I'm fair. I'm not going to be a homer.
Yep.
You know, it's almost like he does his homework for one team, and that's it.
Yep.
He doesn't do his homework for both.
He was terrible in the Eagles Niners game.
Dude, was terrible in the Dallas 49ers game. He was terrible. I'm like, dude, you're terrible, man.
I knew we were screwed when he was on the broadcast.
Yeah, well, I'm just not a fan of his, and you know, I listened to him a couple times, and I think he was okay. You know, I heard something how great he was. I'm like, dude, I know you're supposed to juice the boy up because he's one of your guys. I mean, I get that, but come on, man, you're juicing the guy up. He's garbage.
Yeah,
you know, and I know you're not a fan of Cowherd.
No, I used to like him, and he just wears me out now. He doesn't like Dallas, so that destroys his range. But Dallas deserves a lot of the criticism they get, so I digress on that. They gotta win. They gotta.
Yeah, they've got to get some wins, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah,
they got to win when it counts. They're getting wins. Like I watched an interview with Aikman the other day, and he was like, Dallas just for whatever reason doesn't play well when it counts, in the big games.
You mean he does? The one guy does not play well.
Yeah,
Dak
the one
does
guy
not play well.
Yeah.
And now you get rid of Kellen Moore, and I was like, Dallas's offense was stupid. Had great numbers under Kellen. Why are you getting rid of him? And then, McCarthy said he's going to take over the calling duties. All that tells me is that your defensive coordinator is going to be your head coach by the middle of the year next year. That's what that says to me.
Yeah, very well could be, especially if the offense comes out and lays a turd.
Because I just don't believe McCarthy is creative enough in today. You got to have a creative offensive coordinator. And, everybody talks about, how your boy's going to Houston from San Francisco. And I'm like, he's going to hire
Marco.
Yeah, he's going to hire an offensive coordinator that's the Shanahan-ish because he gets it. He's going to get the defense.
I saw a deal with him. They're talking about Saban, maybe having a year or two left and looking to retire. And that DeMarco, he may be an outside shot of being. He may be the next head coach of Alabama.
Well,
that's an outside shot.
He got a 6-year deal, so I don't see him leaving that.
He shouldn't unless Alabama throws the checkbook at him.
Well, to me, if you're an NFL coach and you're successful, why would you go deal with college?
Good point, especially now.
Yeah, it's such a dude. Like I watched Deion saying his son makes so much freaking money now, because of that. I'm just like, every time you turn around, you got your Louis on, you got your this on, he's buying bags. And I'm like, man, that's what people want to see.
They had Lil Wayne in front of the team yesterday in Boulder.
Oh, did they?
It's going to be just an absolute crap show out there. And I'll be there front and center September 10th to watch the Huskers roll in town.
I'm gonna tell you
that's going to be just a shit show.
I'm gonna say this though, he's going to have them rolling. I think they're going to
win.
He
will. Just how long till they go on probation?
Well, but the way he's doing it's not going to be on probation. The way he's doing it, what he's doing is he's using social media to pay for these guys. That's what he's doing. Because if you'll watch his son, what they do is like, hey, what's your name? What's your YouTube deal? What's this? So what they're doing is they are using the platform of the coach, and then everybody's following these guys and watching all their YouTube, and they're getting all of this money. And then on top of that, they have a big NHL or NIL budget. So he's not going to get put on. To me, if you get put on probation in today's society, something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something's wrong. How do you get put on probation?
He's just fueling my hatred again for Colorado. So
is that what it is?
Oh man, they're top two hated fan base. Top 3 with me. OU would be number 1. OU would be number 1. Throw Colorado and Kansas State in there. It's 2 and 2A.
Dude, we got in fact, I need to send Tracy Moore some stuff. He needs to come on and have a discussion with us because some of the stuff he's posting, I'm like, Tracy, what are you talking about?
We may have to get Tracy to host the Big Red Report.
Or something, man, because I'm just like, what, Tracy? Bro, you Maduba, come on, man. But, yeah, we need to get Tracy on, man, because –
what we need to do is get Tracy Moore and Matt Moyer to come on for the M&M report.
Well, I doubt if Moyer do it
because
he's too busy. The biggest homers for each school,
Goodness, he's not too busy. What's he doing? He's laying around right now, eating some Fritos, probably sitting in his work truck watching guys.
No, man, he's out there doing stuff, man. Come on, leave Moyer alone. Well, I'm surprised. I'm sure he's probably going to the Super Bowl with Lauren, isn't he?
No, he's not going. He's going to stay. He said he don't want to pay that money. He's going to hang out. So,
well, who's going to pay the $75,000 for the Lakers?
We may have to have him over. We may have to have him over at the house and watch it. I'm kicking around a Super Bowl get together, thinking about it. We'll see.
Hey, who made that queso that you had that one time? Who made that?
Let's see. That was Trisha.
Dude, Trish needs to make that queso. Was unbelievable, man. That was delicious.
Yeah, good.
Mama can throw down over there, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, did the girls get fed yesterday?
They did get fed.
Hey, what do we need? What do we need to do? We need to put something up. Send me a deal, or I'm gonna put a deal up for Amelia for her fundraiser.
Yep.
I'm gonna send do
Yep.
a link.
She's doing a little fundraiser for new playground equipment at her school.
Yep.
She was out getting her sales on yesterday at the bank. I had her walking around at the bank to make things happen.
Yes,
And
YNB.
she was making all the rounds. So
Yeah, she made money yesterday
she
at the
did a
bank.
good
I'm
job.
sure. There's nothing like that candy,
She
man.
did. She sold a box of candy yesterday, and she did it the hard way by selling it 2 and 3 at a time. So I was proud of her.
Yeah, well, I definitely will get 10 minimum from her, but I saw that deal for 60. I'm like, man, I'm not going to eat. That's just I'm not spending 60. I'm not eating. I'm not doing 60. You know what I'm saying, Drew? I'm just not doing that. That is not going to happen. So.
You don't need 60 candy bars.
No. I do. That's my favorite kind of candy, but I'm not getting 60. I'm just. I'll do 10.
The little crunch wafers are nice.
Dude.
I put 10 of them in there for the commander. Put him up on his desk, so he'll be eating chocolate. He'll be wired up.
Yeah, he loves it too. And Talon, if not, Talon will take care of him when he comes in his office. Oh man, isn't that crazy that his grandson and my grandson are 2 weeks apart, age-wise?
Wow,
isn't that insane?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, both 9, both 2, both just.
Yeah,
had
I tried
birthdays.
to go in there and see Ken Hess. Of course, he skated out, about 1:45. So he wasn't
I told
there.
you, he slides out right before the show starts and comes back right after.
But Nathan Taylor and Carson donated to the cause. So did the Horn Man.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely do something. Well, when are you? I need to hook up tomorrow or whatever when it warms up. Like it's too cold.
But where are you gonna watch Bedlam tonight?
Well, the problem is Thunder games tonight.
Who they playing?
Houston.
Houston. That's at Houston, right?
Yep. And then we turn around and play them here Saturday. So I've got to watch. I've got to do that because I got to do the show afterwards. I turned down my tickets to go to the game tonight in Norman because I've got to watch. I've got to do this.
I thought about going. I don't know. I still might. I'm debating. I'm kicking it around.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna watch. I was thinking about going if the weather was nicer, I'd be at the Boot tonight. Chad Corey's new place over there on Reno and May, because we're gonna do a show there. Yeah, he started a sports bar. The old Roadrunner bar. Remember the old Roadrunner right there by the fairgrounds? Yep. Well, they're right there now. Yep. They've totally redone it. Looks good. So anyway, I'm gonna go over there.
I would call that right down the street from Bosco's.
It was next door to Bosco's.
Yeah, the old school for you old players out there.
Dude, love me some Bosco's. Oh boy, I had a good time. my guy Mark Long and me and Mark had a long discussion about Bosco's.
The old Tommy guy.
Oh my God, man, we can't get in. This is a family show, Drew. We can't get into those places, nor the place over on 10.
Little $1, little $2 party dance.
Yep, and then you can't talk about the best burgers in Oklahoma City that people don't know about on 10th Street.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, they had good burgers there. They still do. Man, those burgers are good. I just can't eat because the scenery is so
doggy dog.
So the scenery is so unattractive. I can't.
What's that? Might be some human trafficking going on in there.
There may be something going on. I don't know what it is, but it's not attractive. It's not good to look at all. Got a lot of TVs though. I know they probably do. Yeah.
They do have a lot of TVs.
You're bad, Drew. You're bad. All right, my brother. Well, I'll hit you up. Tell the family I said hello, and then I need to. I'll send this evening. I'll send you a Venmo or whatever Cash App for a million so I can get some candy.
Yeah, I'll put some back for you.
All right, my brother. Sounds good. Appreciate you.
HuskerDrewPicks.com. Go Big Red.
By the way, my guy Drew Henthorne was 8. What were you? 18-3, Drew.
So we're on a 28-11 heater over the last 5 nights, and we were 9-3.
Yeah,
last
28-11. Yeah.
28-11. I have found the fire.
Yeah, 9-3 yesterday, right?
Yeah, 9-3 yesterday, and I took a bad beat on one game. Should have been 10-2. So.
Well, hey, you got lucky. Somebody could have knocked down a 3 in the other game. So,
folks, if you're out there and you're playing $25 a game, just say, well, just gonna say you're up 6 units yesterday. You can do the math. That's just for your whatever size you're playing, you're making money.
Yep, you're making money. There's no doubt about that, my brother. So I wanted to give you a shout out because of that. I mean, but you guys don't know. I mean, if you're following him, if you've been following Drew, and you've been making money, or you've been following him, you've been making money. That's fact.
Yeah, can't help but
That's
to
a
make
fact.
money.
You're making money. There's no question about that. You're making money. So, and if you're gonna gamble, the whole key is to keep your wife off your back. You got to make some money. You got to bring her a
Well,
gift.
the whole thing is play within your means. Play within your means and play the same amount that you're playing on every game. Don't load up on one game. If you like one game more than any other, just play that game.
Yep.
And play the same amount on every game, and you'll be fine.
Yep. Don't spend more than you're capable of losing. And that's how you do it.
There you have it.
All right, my brother. Well, be good. Appreciate you.
Will do.
That's my guy. That's my guy, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. Go Cowboys. I got him on that one. But anyway, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day, trying to stay warm. We just got one more day of this. Be safe tonight. I think we got one more round of sleet and stuff to come in tonight. So everybody stay warm. Be safe. Remember the Thunder Rockets tonight. Bedlam in Norman tonight as well. I'm just kind of stuck on the fence because I can't go to – I've got to watch the Thunder game to do my show after the storm, my post-game Thunder analysis show. So that being said, everybody be safe out there.